Welcome to our YouTube channel. Today we have our sister Lisa with us, who is going to teach us the ways of the Philippines.
Today we are going to try making vegan empanadas. Vegan does not mean the dietary restrictions of being a vegan. It's a place in the Philippines. I lived in the Philippines for a year and a half. I loved them. So we're going to attempt to make them. We don't know how this is gonna go.
Have you ever made this before?
I've never, well, when I was in the Philippines, they kind of taught me how to do it, but it's been more than 6 years and I just did what they told me. So I'm a little fuzzy on this. We got a recipe we found online. Let's see what happens. We're going to start by making longanisa from scratch. It's Filipino sausage, it's really good. We need 1/4 cup of brown sugar. How much is a kilo compared to a pound? I think we have a pound of ground pork, but the recipe calls for a kilo.
What is a kilo? I've never heard of that before.
It's in the metric system.
I know kilogram.
We're Americans.
Oh. A kilo is 2.2 pounds.
2.2 pounds. Okay, so we don't need 1/4 cup. We need
cut the recipe.
1/8 of a cup. That looks like a little more than 1/8 of a cup, right?
Okay,
it's heaping. Okay, there. Into the pot you go. We need 3 tablespoons of vinegar, but we only need a tablespoon and a half.
Oh yeah, don't forget.
People, keep me straight. A tablespoon.
Isa. How do you say half in Tagalog?
Kalahati.
Kalahati. Isa't kalahati.
There.
Vinegar.
Tablespoon and a half of soy sauce. I like using this brand. It's sweeter than some others, and I like sweet.
I like the other kind that's not sweet.
But I'm in charge of this project, so we're not using
That is true.
Now we need to mince a head of garlic. We
do
not
not
have a
have
whole
a
head, but we have
Which
a
is good though,
portion of a
because
head.
we're only doing half the recipe.
Ding, ding, ding. Yes, we only need half a head of garlic.
So, Lisa taught me how to mince garlic Filipino style, but that was 6 years ago.
We'll see if she remembers. Bigger.
It feels adequately crushed, and then this comes off all nice and easy. So bloink, bloink, bloink. It's actually decently minced. Yum.
There. 1/4 teaspoon of paprika. That's probably okay. Half a teaspoon of salt. Half a teaspoon of pepper. Looks yummy. Here we have
A plastic bag.
a plastic bag. Inside the plastic bag we have
Another plastic bag. Surrounding.
ground pork.
Pour it in. I don't know what the correct technique for stirring meat is.
Mash it into itself repeatedly.
I just got raw meat on my hands.
Heat up the pan. I think we can just dump that in.
Right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right now, all of it.
Hey.
Yum. Are you cooking? I think it's still getting hot. Be patient, my child. Be patient.
I don't think that's a song. There's a song about it's not very hard to hold. There's a song about it. Okay.
Shouldn't be hard.
Thank you.
To sit
Very still and wait for our longanisa to cook.
Now it smells kind of like longanisa. Mmm, that's yummy. Longanisa was my favorite breakfast food in the Philippines. Technically, you're supposed to let it sit for 2 hours in the marinating stuff before you cook it, but we're gonna see if it works without doing that. While she is grating the papaya, I am going to make the dough. We couldn't find any rice flour at the store, so we just put some rice in our wheat grinder. It doesn't smell like anything, but it's rice. Here we have a 1/2 cup of water. Pour it in here. Tablespoon. It appears that I probably need to use my hands.
Plus, no, there are seeds. What do I do with them? I don't think they're edible. Nope, don't. Stop. Stop that. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. You're gonna grow a papaya tree in your tummy.
Can't wait. Then we'll get free papayas when we cut her open. It does not taste good.
It says to lightly knead the dough. I've never made anything with rice flour before. Authentic vegan empanadas are supposed to have orange dough. You do that by adding like orange food dye, but we don't really like to use food dye, so we're gonna have them be white. You need 1/2 of a chopped onion. Thing to know, in the Philippines, the onions are like this big, and this onion is like this big. so we're not gonna use very much.
Also, they use purple onions usually.
We need to heat the pan before we put the oil in. I don't know why, but that's what they do there, I think. We need to roll out the dough. And it says that we should do 2 or 3 tablespoons at a time. I think just a big dinner spoon should do it for a tablespoon. I don't know. I got my spoon. That's weird.
It's rather crumbly.
It is not sticking. I'm just gonna add a little bit more.
Let's try it.
I mean, it said to use Mochiko rice flour. I don't know how that's different from our own rice flour we ground from regular rice. We're gonna spray it with cooking spray because it's not sticking together very well.
Oh, it's looking good.
We need to mix the grated papaya with this. Jennifer's gonna do that. Okay, it'll make our empanadas healthier. Spoon out 2 to 3 tablespoons of filling. Okay, so we've got about that much. Now we crack an egg on it.
What? Just on it?
Well, I mean, you don't like bang the egg on it to crack it. You crack the egg and then
You just put the whole egg
yeah,
on.
you put the whole egg.
Ah! There's an eggshell! Ah! Help! What am I supposed to do? This is going well. I say we just and then put it in.
Take one is a failure, but we're still gonna try to use it. So we're gonna try to just fry it up on here. Take 2. You can see this is going fantastically well. Hey,
That's looking good.
it's a little big. Now we're gonna try making a bigger one to see if it will actually contain everything and we'll be able to seal it up and everything. I don't know. Unless that's a bad idea. That was probably a bad idea. Okay, we're gonna see how this one goes.
Ah! We're gonna deep fry that. It's supposed to be an empanada.
And I just made a new batch of dough because we ran out. It seems to roll out better than the last batch. So maybe the last one I didn't add enough water or something, or enough oil. In an attempt to avoid making the egg go everywhere, I'm gonna make a little nest for it.
Oh, it's perfect.
Ah, so this one didn't turn out too well either, but it's getting better. Guys, look, it's actually shaped almost like an empanada.
Woo!
It's like not falling apart. Now I'm gonna gently put it into oil.
Wow.
I think I have a general idea of how to do this now. A much larger piece of dough than the recipe said. Crack the egg in the center. And then I'm going to take this wax paper, see if this goes okay. Escaping egg alert.
So we just took them out of the pan, and they're at differing levels of looking like an not an omelet, an empanada. Well, they are also at different levels of looking like an omelet. That's true. Lisa's looks the most like an empanada, so pay attention to that one. Mine is second place, and I got the ugly one.
So now we get to taste them and see what we think.
Not sure where to bite. So far, I've just tasted fried rice, and I think that's good. I actually really like it, even though it doesn't look like an empanada. I'm pleasantly surprised that the egg is cooked on the inside.
Considering how long we had it in the oil, I'm not that surprised. It's yummy.
Sausage. She loves the sausage. So I speak Jennifer. You know how it's supposed to be like the outside is rice and it's filled with longanisa? The outside is rice and it's filled with rice. And I'm like, this is okay. And then I look at Lisa's and hers is like full of longanisa. And just saying.
We hope that you enjoyed watching us fail at making empanadas.
We didn't completely fail.
They did taste good. Hers tasted good.
Hers was just rice.
We're going to practice a lot more, and maybe when Lisa becomes a pro at it, we'll make another video.
Please like and subscribe and comment all the things we should have done better.
And if there's any specific food you think we should try making next time, let us know in the comments.